You're on course.
Sam, send Callow the nav point provided by our Krogan contact. Drac, we're landing on Elaaden to rendezvous with Jorgal's Strux.
On my way.
Where is this meeting place exactly?
Called the Paradise. Middle of nowhere as far as I can tell.
Paradise is different for a Krogan.
Remnant starship? No.
Only 41% exposed. I will gather what information I can, Pathfinder.
Who lives here besides the Krogan?
Scavengers with nothing to lose. Criminals chucked out of Kadara.
Gonna be interesting.
Beautiful, isn't it? I remember the first time I saw this place, I thought, wow, this is home. I wasn't the only one.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
Not doing nothing.
Gonna get a better gun and take them all down.
The ambient temperature is normal. Life support is stable.
Yeah, pulled the whole thing apart. Wish I got it.
Axios and his gang think they're tough. Gonna rip them apart.
Hey, hey! Welcome, welcome. Come this way. Follow me. That's a fancy ship, all right. You'll find lots of deals inside.
Just talk to my boss. Come on, this way.
This is a special place. The Paradise. No guns here. Keep those holstered. This way. Come inside.
It's a fair exchange.
Why? Because you say it is?
Partly. I wouldn't be in business if I wasn't fair. If you don't think so, go trade somewhere else.
Okay, I will.
You're Ania.
That's right. You've heard of me.
Word gets round. You thrive on Elaaden, which is supposed to be uninhabitable.
True. I have made something of a paradise here. No fighting, no violence. Outside the gates, you're on your own, but in here, you're safe. Anyone violates the peace, they have to answer to me.
Yeah, everyone's on their best behavior. Is it natural, or are they on something?
Nothing so complicated. These people need me. They need what I sell, so they behave or they're out. Now what can I get you? How can I help? Just let me know.
I'm supposed to meet a Krogan here named Strux.
Look around. If my customers have names, I don't know them. It's better that way.
What can I buy?
I don't know. What do you have to trade? Mostly I sell water, but you should go out to the tanks if you want that.
Is there anywhere else on the planet to, I don't know, find water?
Not really. And if I don't like the look of you or you get on my bad side, then no water for you.
You have a pretty good attitude for a place like this.
I've got nothing to complain about. I'm rich and no one messes with me. Most powerful woman on Elaaden.
Yeah?
I don't mean to brag, but absolutely.
What else is here?
I'm a businesswoman, not a tour guide, but I'll tell you what I know if it suits me.
You get along with the Krogan?
Everyone comes to Elaaden with the dream of leaving, except me and the Krogan. They built their colony into a sinkhole. Smart. Keeps it cool enough for them, I guess.
They have their own water?
Unfortunately for them, no. But Mordor and I get along well, so far.
Who lives on this planet?
Desperate folks, mostly. Misfits, some. Those that can't get along in the regular world. Or people willing to make a profit off that desperation.
Like you?
Careful, sweetheart. You want to keep me on your good side. There's a place they call the Flophouse, eastish of here. Den of murder and misery. You should pay it a call.
What can you tell me about that derelict ship?
Ah, you came here to get killed, did ya? Scavengers are trying to pull it apart, is all I know. I don't go near their claims. They shoot on sight.
I'll look around.
Nice duds. Better watch your back. There's probably already a dozen people planning to kill you for them.
Are you threatening me? Sounded like it.
Me? No, just trying to be helpful. I know a hard target when I see one. And I stay on your good side. Maybe you won't mind me picking up the scraps you leave behind. So, what else can I do for you?
Where do you live? Where do you sleep?
There's a flop house not far from here. There's always shelter. Maybe even a bed, if someone died that day.
What do you do on this planet? Why are you here?
Why? Trying to find out where my claim is?
No, relax.
I do the same as anyone else here. Try not to get killed.
You know a Krogan named Strux?
Nope. But Krogan are hard to miss. Look around.
We're done.
Suit yourself.
Danny?
If I don't move, I don't soil myself, and I get to live.
Step off. Not allowed back here.
New armor, well-maintained weapons. I take it you're not one of the locals.
Think I'll stick out?
Like water in the desert. My boss in here picked up on you from the second you landed.
What's your boss like?
She gave me a job and a place to live. I'm grateful to her for that.
But...
She's not easy on your kind. I've seen her deny them water based on nothing but her mood. She didn't live on Kadara like I did. All she's seen is the exiles on Elaaden. It's enough to turn anyone against outsiders. But I don't like seeing people suffer, even exiles.
So you work for the water merchant?
I design the filtration systems. Now I keep them from breaking down in the heat.
You're an engineer?
Of sorts. On Kadara, I designed defense systems for the settlements. Specialized in hidden traps to use in the dark. I can't continue that work here.
Why?
The sun never goes down on Elaaden. No nighttime. Just constant blazing daylight. It's why the Paradise does so well. Water isn't the only commodity. We have shade.
How'd you end up here?
Same as anyone. I was desperate. Ran up a debt on Kadara and needed to escape. I have to say life isn't bad here. I moved between the Paradise and New Tuchanka, keeping the water tanks running. Sometimes I even go to the flop house to buy extra parts from the scavengers. They respect me there. Still, I miss the exciting stuff. Felt like I was making a difference when I built defense systems.
If you want to make a difference again, the Resistance needs recruits on Vold.
The Resistance? It's a nice thought, but I doubt they'd take a lowlife like me.
With your skills, Ephra will welcome you. We don't turn away those who want to fight.
You're a member.
You're looking at one of the best fighters in the Resistance.
Is that so? Vold, huh? Guess it'd be a change from all this sand. All right, fine. I'll check out the camp, see what I can do.
Well, well, look at you. I'm good at reading people. Want me to guess who you are?
Shoot.
A Pathfinder.
Impressive.
How'd you know?
I cheated. I run salvage to Kadara. Word travels fast there. Should hear what the Collective is saying about you.
Well, now I'm curious.
I won't repeat it, for your sake.
Ever worked with a guy named Reyes?
Reyes? He's one of my buyers, actually. You know him?
Used to. Know where he is?
Haven't heard from him in a while, actually. No one has. For all I know, he's living it up on the Nexus.
You said you run salvage to Kadara. How does that work?
The scavengers come from Hell's Promise to sell me their scraps. I pay them next to nothing.
Charming. Then what?
I haul my loot to Kadara and sell to the merchants. Sloane takes her cut, naturally, but mostly I make a killing. Sometimes I even buy water from Ania and sell it at a premium in the flop house. It's a solid life.
If you say so. You must deal with the scavengers a lot.
No more than I have to. Slavery, cannibalism, gang leader worship. It's enough to make my skin crawl.
Strong words from one of their customers.
I buy from them. Doesn't mean I have to like them. Might be safe here, but out there, if a gang leader wants you dead, you're dead. I don't plan to let my guard down.
What's your take on Elaaden?
If the worm or the gang leaders don't kill you, the heat in Ataraxia will. I don't know how anyone can live here.
Somehow they make it work.
Barely. At least once a trip, an escaped slave or ex-cultist tries to bribe me for a ride out of here. Except the Krogan. I've seen New Tuchanka. We'd all be lucky to have a setup like theirs.
Take it easy.
Always do.
Something.
You're right, Betcha. Just need the colony on our side.
Are you Jorgal Strux?
Maybe. You who I think you are?
Scott Ryder, Pathfinder for the Initiative. You asked me to meet you here?
Yeah, I did. Thanks for coming.
Everyone's best chance for survival is to cooperate. That includes the Krogan.
Good. Nice to know some people are on our side.
So, there's problems at the colony.
It's heading to a bad place.
We can't be there anymore.
Morta's become a tyrant.
Did she kick you out?
Hasn't come to that yet, so we're laying low. I want to keep my eye on her. She's planning a strike against the Nexus, that much we know.
Drac trusts Morta, and I trust Drac.
Hearn. Morta's leading the colony for a reason. She's tough, but that's good. You're not there, Drac. Morta is going to rip this colony apart. And then we're all going to die.
Krogan dying? Really?
Everyone needs food and water, even Krogan. Morta's rationing. My group thinks the Krogan should make peace with the Nexus.
We need the Krogan, and the Krogan need us. We all came to Andromeda as one. We should at least try to fix this.
Well, there won't be a colony to make peace with if Morta ruins it. You don't believe me? Go to the Krogan colony yourself and see what she's planning. Talk to Ravenar Brink. He's one of us, on the inside.
If the safety of the Nexus is really on the line, I'll go. Better hope she doesn't shoot me on sight.
Yeah, that'd be a bad omen.
What are you looking at?
To be honest, I'm curious about what's going on here.
What's going on is none of your damn business. Keep walking, or I'm gonna shoot out your knees.
I thought the rule was no guns.
That won't protect you outside the gates. If you see me there, you better run.
Pathfinder, is it necessary to engage with this individual? I don't see how it helps our cause.
Right. Let's just back away slowly, guys.
But you are having such a stimulating conversation.
Ryder, I heard that little exchange. I don't understand it. They screened every initiative applicant. How did so many of them end up violent and unstable?
You think something's up?
That's what I want to find out. Can you scan the scavengers here in the Paradise and transmit the data to me? And, you know, be discreet. Wow. Be careful around that one, Ryder. Got it. Got it. Data inconclusive. Find a different one.
This scrap, we might take it out of here. You just watch.
Get out of my face. I swear I'll kill you.
I'll kill you first.
Almost croaked out there.
Hey, I recognize your insignia. You're Nexus, right? A Pathfinder. Kent Halsey, Nexus Security.
Didn't know your duties reached all the way to Elaaden.
It doesn't. I'm here for personal reasons. My sister Isabel fell in with the wrong people. She joined the rebellion and was exiled to Kadara. Somehow, she pissed off enough people to end up in this hellhole.
Your security and your sister's a troublemaker. Puts you in an awkward situation.
I don't care about that. I'm here to find her. I know she can't come back to the Nexus, but we can start over on Kadara. Together.
You're a good brother, Kent.
Don't congratulate me yet. The problem is, I underestimated this planet. I don't have a vehicle or a way to survive the heat. I'm stuck before I've even started.
Don't worry. I can track Isabel down for you.
I hoped you'd say that. I think the salvager from Kadara has info on her. She wouldn't give me anything, but maybe you can get her talking.
Water's the most valuable commodity on Elaaden, and Ania has all of it.
Ah, Ania told me to watch out for you. She told me you're welcome to use the water in the tanks, free of charge.
This is unusual. I don't think anyone's ever called Ania generous before.
Please pass on my thanks to Ania.
Of course. You must have made an impression. I have never known Ania to do this. Water is a scarce and valuable resource on Elaaden.
Seems odd to place the water tank so close to that gaping chasm.
Someone once told me Ania does it as a security measure.
She empties the tanks into the gorge if anyone tries to steal the water. I've never seen it happen myself, but others have. Can you imagine? What a waste.
Is all this water for sale?
Some of the supply goes to the trading post, of course, but yes, most of it's for sale. Anyone who wants water on Elaaden has to come here. There is very little elsewhere on the planet.
Where does this water come from?
I believe that's a trade secret. I don't even know where she gets it. At first I thought she traded with Kadara, but that can't be it. It's impossible for all this volume to be from Kadara.
I'll let you get on with your work.
Have a lovely day.
The sand gets in everything.
Got info on someone named Isabel Halsey?
What am I, your personal database?
Come on. You're the only one here who doesn't want to kill me. Just help me out.
Fine, fine. I've never met her, but I heard a few scavengers talking. Mention a cave out in the dunes. Something about Isabel's time being limited. This is the nav point. Just watch out. That's a bad area.
All of Elaaden is a bad area.
Good point.
Take it easy.
Always do.
Data inconclusive. Find a different one. Fascinating.
This area is restricted. Don't get any closer.
Just back off. Back away.
Did I hear you talking about the Remnant?
Dunno. You an eavesdropping snake?
Been breaking it down to sell. Could make a killing from the pieces.
Ryder? You should check that out.
Think you're tough? Wait till you meet me on the dunes.
Thanks, Ryder. That should be enough. I'll analyze this and let you know what I find.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
So, Elaaden. Charming so far. What do we got? Besides the sand.
The Remnant monolith suggests this was indeed supposed to be a golden world. It also suggests the presence of a vault. Additionally, here is the large derelict Remnant ship that we saw as we landed.
Hopefully abandoned?
Scans indicate it is not. The site is active with scavengers and Remnant bots. Here, scavengers have taken over an abandoned camp between the two. In this direction, located in one of the planet's sinkholes, is New Tuchanka, the Krogan colony.
Sinkholes. Sounds fun.
Not really. Elaaden is tidally locked to its sister moon and that gas giant above. This side of the moon never cools. Getting trapped in a sinkhole without shelter would mean certain death, as one's blood would boil in 75 seconds.
And on that cheery note, let's head for the climate-controlled paradise of the Nomad.
I've been reading Krogan history. I have a few questions.
Careful, Krogan have a saying. History is written by the victors.
Krogan do?
You're from Clan Nakmor, but you weren't born into it. You chose it.
Yeah, the shaman of the clan was strong, and the Kratic wastes were beautiful.
And you had a rite of passage?
It wasn't so much a rite of passage as a death trip. I survived. Now I'm Nakmor Drek.
Heat levels increasing. Pathfinder, I detect broken scavenger machinery ahead.
So, Morta's still pissed off at the Nexus. You'll want to be careful around her, kid.
It's amazing they managed to set up any kind of working colony on this hellscape.
Amazing or crazy. And the Krogan seem to be a bit of both.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters. Pathfinder, this outlaw died from a highly infectious disease.
We can't let this spread to our people. Can we find the source?
Possibly, if I receive more data. Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
New Tuchanka coming up.
Move along. No outsiders.
He's with me, human Pathfinder.
Drac. It's been a while.
Jorgel Strux sent me. I'm supposed to talk with Morta.
So now Strux is friends with the Nexus. Traitor.
Think I'm a traitor too. Shut it, Breck.
I'm not here to step on any toes. I can help you guys out.
You assume we need help. Hey, you guys did your job. Now stand down and let them in.
But Drac.
Didn't I tell you to shut up? I'll spread the word so Morta knows you're here. Good.
Pathfinder must think he's pretty tough to just stroll in here.
Wonder how long he'd last in a real fight.
They're testing you, seeing if you'll take the bait.
Saw the worm out there again. That thing is huge.
Bigger than a thresh maw, isn't it? Like a good rite of passage. Soft, squishy human like you should probably steer clear of the wildlife out there.
You said something about a worm?
Not a worm. The worm. Huge. Invincible. You can't miss it. It pops out of the dunes from time to time. Plows down everything in its path.
As if this planet wasn't deadly enough.
Good news is, it doesn't attack us. Doesn't seem to care about us at all. Just stay out of its way. It'll barrel right through you, tear you to pieces.
Thanks for the heads up.
It was an accident. The terminal with Dr. Okeer's data was right next to the scrubbed ones. Don't worry, Dr. Gunnar. I'll track it down.
Hello. I noticed you were listening. Is it because you're a fan of the Krogan genius, Dr. Okeer? I'm frantic because a terminal with all his research was accidentally sold to a junker.
No. Maybe? What was on it?
His work regarding Krogan physiology and the genophage was advanced. I was his protege. Or, I was acquainted with his protege.
Anyway, it's encrypted, but it would be bad if it fell into the wrong hands. I can give you a nav point and the name of the scavenger I accidentally sold it to.
You talk about Dr. O'Keer like I should know who that is.
Dr. O'Keer was on the leading edge of Krogan genetics, and possibly curing the genophage.
And not using the slow genetic mutation approach the Initiative has invested in.
I had a collection of his research. I hope to cure the genophage in the colony.
Send me the nav point and the terminal identification.
Done. I hope it's still on the planet. The Junker was aggressive.
Should have known Morta would take over.
She'll run this place into the ground.
Bad karma naming it New Tuchanka.
Morta says we don't answer to anyone. We're closing early tomorrow.
Any reason?
Did I say you could ask questions? You're a lackey, not a partner.
You're lucky I'm nicer than your last assistant. You have enough scars, old man.
Well, look at that. Not one of those damn scavengers, are you?
I'm with the Andromeda Initiative.
That's worse. Look, you want to buy? Talk to my seller. I hired him so I don't have to deal with the customers.
The Nexus is paradise compared to this. You don't want to go back? Even a little?
So we can be your attack dogs again? Get treated like dirt until we finally fight back? This is no different than the rebellion back home. Only time we get respect is when we take it by force. We were stupid to think it would be any different here.
You talk like you saw the rebellions. You can't be as old as Drac.
What's that supposed to mean?
I was born during the final year, just before the Turians hit us with the genophage. My father died in the fight on Canrum. Took 24 Turian guns to drop him. I'm glad he didn't live to see us riding in cargo on the Nexus like pets.
Bet the scavengers are crawling all over the salvage you pick up.
Not too bad. I pick my scrap out in Ataraxia, where squishies like you can't handle the heat. I don't get too close to the flophouse. Scavengers gather there like insects. Can't defend my salvage against those numbers. Look at me. I was a warrior, and now I fight vermin over a junk heap.
I should get moving.
I'll be here, selling junk.
Pathfinder, welcome.
You don't welcome an alien into our colony, you ignorant child.
Shut up, old man. Sorry about that. Don't mind him. Credits are credits, I say.
About time someone around here is friendly.
Just give him time. Prove you're one of the good ones. Now buy something before he starts yelling again.
Hear about the Nexus wanting us back?
So the squishies finally realize they're screwed out here. Well, it's gonna take a lot more than oops, my bad to scratch out what they did.
Pathfinder, when you travel, do you meet many Angara?
Sometimes.
Have you met one named Lieta?
I don't think so. Why?
She was a salvager, made runs to Elaaden all the time. When she landed, she would always stop here first. We climbed the dunes together, took in the view, talked for hours. Lieta had a hard time in this heat, so I said I'd make her a cryo bracelet.
Were you two You know.
We were friends. At least I thought so. One day she just stopped coming. I don't know where she is, if I'll ever see her again.
You think something happened to her?
She could have taken a new job. Maybe she was sick of Elaaden. But if there's even a chance she ran into trouble, I can't stand not knowing.
Tell me more about Lieta.
She's adventurous, optimistic. Her jokes could make a Krogan blush. In a place like this, she stood out. I think she'd stand out anywhere.
I could track her down for you. Make sure she's okay.
Salvager at the Paradise might know something.
I would like that. If you find her, will you give her the cryo bracelet? Tell her she can use it to visit me again. Thank you, Pathfinder.
What are you doing up here?
Looking. Back home, we didn't have time to just stop and look.
Is life that different here?
It was all about survival. Here, we don't have to fight so hard. Of course, the older ones still think they have to fight. Maybe it's just in their blood.
They'll come around.
Sounds like Helios was an easy choice for you.
New galaxy, new life. Not interested in being a merc like my father, or battling it out on Tuchanka. I almost didn't want to be packed into cryo for the journey. Wanted to see the whole thing.
Would have been pretty lonely.
Never been bothered by loneliness. The views would have been worth it.
You seem different from the other Krogan.
My father called me a Solarian in a Krogan body. Supposed to be an insult. Joke's on him, though. I like Solarians.
I should get going.
Place's world's better than Tuchanka. Feel like we can finally relax. Take in the sun.
Yeah? You want to play the heavy for a criminal? Why come all this way? You could have been a pet back on Omega.
Shut up.
So you're the human Pathfinder. You look different from the pictures I saw.
I'm glad. I mean, I love my dad, but I don't want to look like him. He frowned a lot.
Your dad? You replaced him as Pathfinder?
It's a long story.
Haven't really kept up with Nexus news. Enough trouble to occupy me here.
Scavengers?
Amongst other things. You seen the Flophouse yet? That's where they get together. 80% shacks, 100% trouble. I'll give you the nav point so you can avoid it. Or not, as you choose.
Have you had much trouble with scavengers at the colony?
Not yet. They're not that stupid. A bunch of squishies against 100-odd Krogan? Give it a little time. Resources run low, they'll get desperate, and who knows?
Tell me more about the Flophouse.
It's a loose collection of shelters where some scavenger gangs gather. They knock each other around, drink, and then when they're all riled up, run raids. And if you get close when they're hungry, well, that's how I lost a liver and gained a limp.
Thanks. This information will come in handy.
Just trying to help. Be careful out there, Pathfinder.
I'd love to take down the worm.
Don't be stupid. It's invincible.
Did that ever stop me before?
Better to live for myself than to see this place go the same way as Tuchanka.
Don't be stupid. Morta will find her way.
Someone get this Nexus trash out of here.
You Ravenor Brank? Struck sent me. He said that
Hey.
you...
Find me later near the fighting pit.
Hey, Nexus. I'm the one you talk to around here.
Are you Morda?
I'm Nakmor Morda, Overlord of the Krogan in Helios.
Overlord?
Drac, Kesh said you had a new job.
She didn't tell me you did.
And you're the celebrated Pathfinder from the Hyperion, found at last.
I'm Ryder.
This is thrilling. I've never stood so close to a Pathfinder before. Mostly because the Krogan never got one. Welcome to New Tuchanka.
I understand you and your people are pissed off.
Humans were welcomed into the Citadel Council with open arms, while the Krogan endured centuries of oppression. You have no idea. Your understanding only makes me mad.
Okay, gotcha. Loud and clear.
Why are you here, Pathfinder? To see what a successful colony looks like.
Our outposts are new. We could use the advice.
Your manipulation is so transparent. No advice for you, only regret. Watch, the Krogan will thrive and the initiative will pay. Get out of my face before I smash it.
I'm gonna journal about this later. See you soon.
Morda's a hard ass, but that surprised even me. Not good.
Yeah, maybe.
She's plainly said the Nexus will pay.
Let's talk to Brank before we freak out.
You fixed that leak? Working on it.
Drac, you old wreck. Swing by when you ain't so busy playing hero. We'll catch up. Sure thing, Grot. I have stories, let me tell you. Ryder, this is Grot, an old friend. Practically built this whole place. Don't let the fact that he's Erdnot bother you. He can't help it. What do you think of the colony? Pretty great, huh?
When you said colony, I didn't think you meant this. Why didn't you tell me, Drac?
Wasn't sure about you at first. Had to take some precautions.
It's... rustic.
That's what we're going for. Rustic. I'm guessing you have questions.
You seem at home here, Drac.
And you're not getting any younger. Ever think of retiring? The day you dig my grave, old-timer. Sad honor that'll be.
How do you know Drac?
We mined together back when our quads had barely dropped. Now I just can't seem to get rid of him.
How long has the colony been here?
Since we left the Nexus, after the mutiny.
Just like that? Leave the Nexus, start a colony?
We're Krogan, kid. We can live anywhere. Could have parked our tails on a volcano and handled it just fine.
There's a lot of prefab materials here. And shuttles.
Some of it was gear we had stored away on the Nexus. The rest we sort of stole when we left. Not like anyone was gonna stop us.
The plants here. Where'd they come from?
Ever since the clan got here, Vorn and his assistant have been working hard on the greenhouse. We built him and Hark some pretty fancy digs. Lights and everything. New Tuchanka's plants grow way better than the ones back home. Way less radiation.
I'll talk to you later.
I don't sell Rincol to humans. Matter of principle.
What's Rincol?
Krogan alcohol. Like drinking a live grenade. I distill it myself. Strongest in the galaxy.
That's impressive.
Not really. I'm the only distiller in the galaxy.
Remind me to stock up.
What do you have against selling Rincol to humans?
Spent too much time babysitting humans who think they can stomach it. Fact is, you can't. Maybe it won't kill you, but it'll leave me a mess to clean up.
I bet I could handle it.
Typical.
What was it like traveling on the Nexus?
Don't know. I remember Solarians packing us into cryo. Some of us needed a double hit to fall asleep. Then, nothing. Suddenly we were here. You want to know more, ask Barrack. Says he woke up mid-journey and lived 50 years alone on the Nexus.
He has to be lying.
Probably. Good story, though.
What's it like living out here?
It's no paradise, but it's easier than Tuchanka. Back home, stepping outside during a nuclear wind could tear the plate from your skull.
What made you pick up and come to Helios?
I was sick of living on a dead planet, watching my people tear each other apart. Hitching a ride on the Nexus was a chance to start over.
But you left the Nexus.
And built this. Best decision the Krogan ever made. Just wish it was on better terms. Not wise to burn bridges out here.
That's all for now.
Back to it.
Varka, listen to yourself.
I know what I saw. Did that worm think I wouldn't notice? It's my squad, not Gren's, and I'll be damned if I let them take orders from him.
What do you want me to do?
Handle it, Cortic, or I will.
Half the time, I feel like I'm the only one holding this colony together.
Trouble?
Varka and Gren fought together back home, side by side, but always in competition. Made them stronger. Now they have no enemies to fight, so they're fighting each other. I can see the tension building, colonists taking sides. This is how clan wars start.
Sounds like all they need is something to shoot.
That's exactly what they need. Best way to stop this feud is to perform a rite of union.
Which is?
Shove them into a ring with a beast. Make them fight as a team. Defeating a common foe creates a powerful bond. Krogan don't take that lightly. Help me perform the rite, and we can hold this colony together.
You really think Varka and Gren could cause a war?
Big problems can start out small, not taking any chances.
How am I supposed to help with the rite?
For one, they need something to fight.
I hope you don't mean me.
No, but I do need you to help me drive a beast into the arena. Shamans make a special lure for this. Should help subdue it.
I'll do whatever I can to help.
Good. Set this lure out in the wilds to attract a fiend. The beast might be feisty at first, so stay on your toes. I'll keep Varka and Gren from each other's throats till you get back. Good luck.
See that worm? No one can land a scratch on it.
Got the orders from Morta. We're cutting water rations again.
I don't like this. They won't take much more.
For now, we do what she says.
You let him ship off to Kadara? What were you thinking?
It was his choice.
No, his life isn't the only one affected.
Now, here's a sane person who actually knows about Kadara. Let's ask him.
I can try.
He's my son, Nera. She let my only son fly to that hellhole.
If Arcal wants to be a heavy for some Kadara slimeball, he can. I wasn't gonna stop him.
He'll be treated like an expendable attack dog, and he'll die. And his death will be on your hands.
Or he's using them to make a bunch of credits so we can live easier.
He's a Krogan. You guys don't go down that easy.
You're cracking jokes. I should beat you into the dust, Nexus scum.
You should go. I'll handle this.
But she asked me. You asked me. Sheesh.
Ran into some of those scavengers on patrol.
That's where your gas came from.
Don't tell anyone.
Come on. We have to try, at least.
You're setting yourself up for disappointment.
Don't talk like that. Hey, Nexus, back me up. The Initiative did cure the genophage like they promised, right?
Not a cure. They've made some good progress.
Barely. There's no point in getting our hopes up.
It's our duty to populate the colony with strong, not more offspring. Am I right?
Have you tried having kids before?
Of course. Before the journey and after and often. We just need to keep trying.
Doesn't hurt to try.
It's easy for you to say. Your children don't die in their eggs.
This is a new life for the Krogan. Anything can happen.
Pathfinder's right. We're starting over. We've actually got a shot at having a kid now.
Let's continue this discussion later.
You know, I got that oddly myself. Knocked it out, shackled it, and shoved it in my shuttle. Gotta say, trying to pilot with that thing growling behind you, not my idea of fun. Got what it takes to be a winner? Hey, wanna bet on Team Rincall? Come on, what do you say?
Sounds good. I'll bet on ring call.
The trick to capturing Adi is lots of grenades, and not too many. Just enough to daze them. Blow them up too quickly and you have to find another and start over. You already bet on this fight. Come back after the blood
Nexus, how about you? Elaaden ain't a place for wimps, but it's kicking your human ass.
Yeah, ha! No thresher maws on Earth to practice on.
I do okay.
I'd like to see it. Next time we go out looking for fiends, we'll take you.
Fiends? Yeah, they're tough. How about we find an architect? Throw that in the mix.
Now we're talking. Might kill us, but that sounds fun. You're okay, Nexus.
That's how it goes. Maybe you'll do better next time. I once saw a fight between those things that lasted a week. A week. Blood threshers, come on. Make a bet. Look at this place. Look at what we built.
Raven or Brank?
Quiet. Anyone tells Morda I'm talking to you and I'm kicked out.
Last thing I want to do is jeopardize the Nexus or this colony.
Me neither. Or Clan Ravenor. Or Clan Jorgal. Or Clan Urdnot. Some in Clan Nakmor, too.
Okay, got it.
Did you see the crashed ship as you landed? Morda's after the drive core.
That's remnant tech. Can Krogan use that?
What are you talking about? She's building a bomb.
With a drive core as a power source? Sam?
Dangerous to those handling it, but, in the end, very possible.
Demolition teams have been busting down walls for months, battling those robots and scavengers. Lots here want peace with the Nexus. If Morda gets that drive core, boom, it's over. Now get away from me.
Thanks, Brank.